guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the 2021 Europe Day celebration. At this point, to kick the evening rolling, we'll call on Tosin Salakon for the national anthem as well as the European anthem. These two anthems will follow each other swiftly, and we are please supposed to observe both. We are saying the same to our online guests. Please, everyone should observe the two national anthems. Thank you.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Joy, bright spark of divinity, daughter of Elysium, by Rodon free of created, thy sanctuary, thy magic power reunites all that custom has divided. All men become brothers on thy land of gentle wings. Thy magic power reunites all that custom has divided. All men become brothers under the wing of thy gentle wings.
Thank you very much, Salako. Well done. And at this point, please permit me to call or to give the floor to the EU head of delegation, Ambassador Ketil Carlson, for the for the Europe Day speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and good evening, Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends. Under normal circumstances, on a night like this, we would be nearly 1,000 people here at the EU compound, but such are circumstances that we cannot do that this year. But hopefully a lot of the friends and partners of the EU are joining us out there online. And certainly we have here just a very few select of the closest members of our family, namely the EU ambassadors of the member states here in Abuja, all 19 of them, and some very good friends and partners from the National Assembly and from the FCT. And I wish to thank the FCT in particular this night, because as you may be able to see behind me, we have lit up the amazing structure that is the city gate of Abuja in these beautiful blue colors, and I think symbolizing so well the unity between the European Union and Nigeria tonight. So, as always, when we gather for Europe Day, we commemorate the very visionary speech done by Robert Schuman back in 1950, laying down the cornerstones of what is today the European Union. But this year we celebrate as well the 10 years anniversary of the European External Action Service, which is this modern outfit for the European diplomacy of the 21st century. And we have seen a lot of important results already during that first decade, but probably the most notable one is the creation of the Team Europe approach. So bringing together the EU and EU member states speaking with one voice. Now, I think it's no secret that the past year has been a very difficult one. That is the case in the EU, and it's the case in Nigeria as well. And I'm sure that we've all seen with dismay or even disbelief, the hardship that people are going through, how the pandemic has adversely impacted both lives and livelihood. Just look at the dire economic situation for so many ordinary Nigerians right now. And of course, the pandemic has exacerbated those already existing vulnerabilities. But there are some very positive takeaways as well. And that's important to remember on a night like this one. The solidarity, the unity, and the togetherness. Because together we are stronger. And it's really as simple as that. And that's the spirit of Team Europe as well. And I think we have seen over the past year how the relationship between Nigeria and Europe has grown only stronger. So there are a lot of reasons for celebrating. As a visiting commissioner, Lenacit said when he came here around a year ago, Nigeria matters. And that message has been echoed by the entire senior leadership of the European Union, and it has been reflected in an immense increase in number of high-level encounters, albeit mainly virtual for now. We have had 2 meetings between President Michel and President Buhari, and another one coming up in just a couple of days' time. We have seen the Vice President Osinbajo meeting with the Executive Vice President Dombrovskis, and we have seen the High Representative Vice President Borrell meeting with Jeffrey Onyema, the Foreign Minister, on different occasions, just as other commissioners have, including the Commissioner for International Partnership, Urpilainen, and the Commissioner for Home Affairs, Ylva Johansson. And this has all happened in preparation as well for a very successful ministerial meeting taking place on the 18th of November last year. And not only to talk, but actually to agree on very specific ways forward, a work program that is already being implemented. And these conversations have taken place against the backdrop of a partnership only growing stronger by the day. The EU is the biggest trading partner of Nigeria, with more than 1/5 of the total trade of the country every year. The EU is combined the largest investor in Nigeria. And of course, the EU is a top provider of development cooperation assistance and humanitarian aid, amounting to some 800 million euros over the past few years in development cooperation aid, and more than 300 million euros in humanitarian assistance since 2014. And I wish to add to this list of commitments a growing and stronger political engagement as well. So I may pause here and tell a small anecdote, and I don't know if it is true, but I will tell it nevertheless. When I came here back in 2017, I was told by my predecessor that all of the former EU ambassadors that were here at that point in time had met with a minister in Nigeria, and that minister had sort of a bit jokingly and amongst friends said that really the EU is predominantly viewed here as an ATM machine, as a money provider. And we thought hardly about that and decided that we must change that perception, and we must change, if needed, that reality. And don't get me wrong here. Nigerian politics is, of course, for Nigerians alone. That is the nature of democracy. And that is why we have supported, since 1999, the consolidation of democracy in Nigeria as the European Union. But when friends and partners are reaching out, we will not turn a blind eye. On the contrary, we will engage with our eyes wide open. And this is what we have done in the past years. And the results of that are too many to mention, but let me still mention just a few examples. When there was an agreement between the main candidates ahead of the last elections, this was mainly because of the tireless effort of the National Peace Committee, its members, and in particular, my mentor, the former head of state and very good friend, Abdulsalami Abubakar. But the EU was there to support throughout, to reach out to the key interlocutors. When Vice President Osinbajo brokered a 16-point plan to see less violence in the Niger Delta, the EU was there to follow up year after year, facilitating dialogue on the ground. And when things got tougher in the Middle Belt, we stepped up and assisted the Nigerian authorities and civil society and other stakeholders to create what is today known as the National Livestock Transformation Plan. And of course, the Northeast, it goes without saying that we are engaging every minute of every day to see a comprehensive solution and an end to the protracted crisis there. And the list is much longer, but I have to say that now seeing the challenges around maritime insecurity and some of the situations in the Northwest, the EU is again instrumental in mobilizing the international community and supporting our Nigerian friends. So there is an increasing political role. And you may see a common denominator in all of these examples, and that is supporting Nigerian-led initiatives, Nigerian visions and Nigerian policies, because that is our role here as partners and friends and members of the international community. So these are excellent examples on what can be achieved on the ground for the European External Action Service 10 years into its functions. And there are similar examples around the world as well. Now, I have been part of that journey myself for the past 8 years. First as EU ambassador in Latin America, and now as ambassador in Nigeria, of course. And I must say that my encounter with Nigeria was a love affair at first sight. And that is particularly because of the people here. So diverse and dynamic, so robust and resilient. I mean, the Nigerian youth, the ingenuity, the entrepreneurship that we all see here, that is so characteristic of Nigeria. The Nigerian women being so strong and determined, and I must say sometimes I must admire their patience as well, you know, especially considering the time that it takes for them to get to the center stage of power in this country as well, in spite of being more than half of the population. And you know, seeing a smile on a Nigerian child in an IDP camp in northeastern Nigeria, living under such hardship and under such difficult conditions, if such a smile would not give hope to all of us, I don't know what would. So Nigeria may not always move for all the right reasons, but all the right reasons are there for Nigeria to move. In fact, 200 million reasons and counting. So again, thank you so much for joining me on Europe Day celebration. Again, Nigeria matters, and let me say one last time, what is good for Nigeria is good for the European Union as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Carlson, for that message so eloquently delivered. I think the chief host deserves another round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. What is good for Nigeria is also good for Europe, for the European Union. At this stage, please permit me to call or to give the floor to Honorable Yusuf Buba Yakub, the chairman of Committee of Foreign Affairs, representing the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Your Excellencies. I am Yusuf Buba, Chairman Foreign Affairs Committee of the House of Representatives, but I'm here today to represent the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, who has loved to be here, but due to other official engagements, he asked me to represent him. The European Union Day is a very significant day in the life of every EU member. From the day the idea was mooted in 1950, a lot of gains and progress have been achieved. The EU has been involved in diplomacy all over the world and has made copious inroads into the hearts of Nigeria, which has left indelible imprints on matters of democracy, election, health, education, gender equality, peace, good governance, and above all, just like the ambassador has mentioned, in the area of security. And I want to appreciate the ambassador for assuring us that the EU is with us strongly in the area of security. Nigeria has also continued to play a big broader role in ECOWAS and indeed the African Union. So it is our common desire that our continent should borrow a leaf from what Europe has been able to achieve through the EU and narrow the divide that exists among our individual nation states. On this note, let me congratulate the European Union on this occasion of the Europe Day and achieving a decade of EU diplomacy across the world. Once again, I want to congratulate all of you and also seek for further partnership with our dear country, more especially in the area of security. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think he deserves more applause, please. Thank you, Honorable Yusuf Buba Yakub. Thank you very much. We appreciate your presence here as well. At this stage, please permit me, our online guests as well as our on-site guests, to listen to the various messages of the EU heads of mission to Nigeria, or those of them here in Nigeria, and also other interventions of the EU in Nigeria. And of course, while that is on, could we please start serving the refreshment? Thank you.
Team Europe as well. Now, of course, Team Europe started in the middle of a global pandemic. And one of the first and most notable results that we have seen is the still ongoing support to Nigeria in response to COVID-19. But the Team Europe partnership goes well beyond that. It is building on the togetherness between the EU and EU member states, but reaching out to Nigeria and the wider region, ECOWAS in particular, and building bridges between political dialogue, development cooperation, humanitarian aid, trade and economic diplomacy. And just as importantly, building bridges between people, Europeans and Nigerians alike. So now that we are again celebrating Europe Day, we are also celebrating 10 years of very active diplomacy through the EEAS. And Team Europe is the very epitome of our achievements over that last decade. But don't just take my word for it. Here you will hear from some of our EU ambassadors as well.
Today it is Europe's Day. It's a very important day for all the European Union countries because we are celebrating peace and unity. For us, it's a privilege to live in peace and unity after so much conflicts. As a result of that, the European Union is at the disposition of the international community to share peace and promote fostering peace and security around the world. Here in Nigeria, the European Union is very active, as you know. We are supporting many humanitarian initiatives, especially in the northeast of the country. But we also assisted Nigeria and collaborating with Nigeria as far as the COVID crisis is concerned, as for example, the COVAX initiative. As a result of that, I have to say thank you, Europe.
Europe's Day is a remarkable opportunity for us and for our partners to once again emphasize unity, multilateral cooperation and mutual trust as effective ways of achieving solid and sustainable progress towards prosperity.
On behalf of the Czech Republic, I am glad
Please,
to congratulate the European Union on the occasion of
as
the
we
Europe
listen
Day.
to the
This
messages,
year,
let's
European
also
Union
use the
and
moment
its
to
member states
interact
are
with one
commemorating
another.
20 years
Let's use
from
the
the
moment to
creation of
network
the
as
European
well.
diplomacy.
Thank you.
Under the stewardship of the European External Action Service and the EU delegations around the world. As the Czech ambassador to Nigeria, I am proud of what we are achieving together as Team Europe, in Africa and on other continents.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating 10 years of EU diplomacy in Europe Day. Europe Day is the occasion of unity in Europe. It is also a day to recall our shared values and our motto, unity in diversity. My special thanks go to the EU staff across the country who are celebrating the EU Day across the country who are celebrating EU Day with us and the people of Nigeria. Happy Europe Day.
It is my great pleasure the German Embassy in Abuja. It is my great pleasure to congratulate the delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS on its 10th anniversary. The EU delegation has been a key partner in fostering EU-Nigeria relations and a champion for Team Europe in Nigeria, in particular in the field of politics, economics, and most recently, of course, the joint fight against the COVID pandemic. We commend the EU delegation and Ambassador Ketil Karlsson's leadership and his EU team for their hard work and their dedication towards bringing the European Union and Nigeria ever closer together. So congratulations again for a successful 10 years and best wishes for many more successful years to come. Happy birthday, EU Nigeria. This is from Germany with love.
Today marks the 10th anniversary of the European External Action Service. Over this past decade, the EAS has done great work here in Nigeria across several areas, such as trade, development and education. The good work of the EAS amplifies and is amplified by the work of member states, and this was especially true here in Nigeria. During the COVID-19 crisis, we saw the importance of the EAS in connecting the work of EU member states around the world, but particularly in West Africa and Nigeria, where we saw huge numbers of Europeans needing repatriation back home, and also the delivery of supplies from Europe to Nigeria needed for the fight against COVID-19. The success of these efforts proved the value of EU membership for our citizens, and also the positive impact of the EU's work on the lives of Nigerians. Ireland has a long history of positive engagement with Africa and in Nigeria. We've greatly appreciated the support of the EAS in enhancing our work and hope that Ireland's experience and strengths will continue to help the EAS mission in the future. Happy Europe Day.
La paix d'aujourd'hui nous permet de réfléchir sur le fait que l'Afrique et l'Europe sont des continents dont les évolutions pèsent aujourd'hui nécessairement l'un sur l'autre. Ils possèdent une telle proximité, à la fois historique, culturelle, géographique et économique, que leurs destins semblent liés. La crise sanitaire que nous traversons a bien évidemment placé le monde dans un état de choc. L'Union européenne, dont beaucoup prédisaient la division et l'impuissance, a fait à la faveur de la crise un pas historique d'unité, de souveraineté, de solidarité, de choix de l'avenir. C'est l'Europe qui, avec ses partenaires africains, a pris des initiatives comme Peak Europe pour aider les pays les plus vulnérables et faire face à la pandémie et alléger le fardeau de la dette. Pays le plus peuplé d'Afrique, le Nigeria, reflète les besoins du peuple africain qui, malgré tout, persiste face aux problèmes qui gangrènent leur vie quotidienne, comme la pauvreté et les inégalités sociales. Quoique le maintien d'une croissance économique forte en Afrique demeure important, les relations entre l'Afrique, en particulier le Nigeria et l'Europe, doivent s'entretenir en matière de développement et de sécurité à travers les projets humanitaires construits ces dernières années. En cette journée de l'Europe, je souhaite que les efforts des deux continents se prolongent afin de faire face à tout enjeu présent et futur. Happy Europe Day.
Today, 9th of May, we commemorate the Europe Day. It is a reminder of the peace, unity and economic prosperity that the European Union brought for many decades to the continent. It is also an occasion to stress our values, our common values, and the role we want to play together in this changing world. Last year has been marked by COVID, unfortunately. All member states were able to work shoulder to shoulder despite the challenging situation, thanks to the European Union ability to bring us all together. In Nigeria, we've been able to provide a solid and strong partnership with the Nigerian authorities in the areas of security, human development and humanitarian action. Three cornerstones, undoubtedly, that need to be addressed in order to promote peace and economic welfare in this country which has hosted us so generously. In the spirit of a true Team Europe and as a Spanish ambassador, I really want to join us in celebrating it. Let's work on it and let's celebrate. Thank you.
Bonjour, I'm the French ambassador in Nigeria. Traditionally, EU Day is celebrated in Abuja with a big party with also many Nigerian friends. Sadly this year, for obvious reasons, this will not be possible. But that doesn't mean in any way that EU is less active in Nigeria. On the contrary, EU has been extremely active in the last months, of course in the fight against the pandemic, but also on development and humanitarian issues, on the fight against gender-based violence and for gender equality, on the challenge of climate change, and on many other issues. I really want to congratulate the EU delegation and especially Ambassador Carlston for their very active contribution to this development of relations between EU and Nigeria. I'm sure that the whole Team Europe will go on in that direction, and I wish a very happy Europe Day.
Dear friends, as always, on the 8th of May, we celebrate peace and unity in Europe. This year has been one of pandemic hardship, where we as Team Europe have worked closely together with Nigerian institutions and partners to mitigate the effect of the virus. We now look forward to a year where we can move on with renewed energy and work closely together for issues of common interest, such as peace and stability in the region, economic growth and integration, and fighting human trafficking.
The 9th of May, we mark the anniversary of the historic Robert Schuman Declaration. In the Europe Day, we celebrate the peace and unity in Europe. After regaining its independence, Hungary joined the European Union, and it was a very important step for our country. Strengthening the Europe of the nations and increasing the importance of our region is a continuous and remarkable effort of Hungary. I wish you a happy Europe Day, and please take care of yourself in those very difficult times. A Magyar Nagykövetség részéről mindenkinek boldog Európa napot kívánok, és egyúttal kérem, hogy vigyázzanak magukra ezekben a nehéz időkben.
I congratulate the European Union its institutions and its member states on Europe Day. On Europe Day, we celebrate that on the 9th of May 1950, the foundations were laid for the European Union as we know it today. Ever since, it has greatly contributed to peace and prosperity in Europe. The Netherlands is proud to be one of its founding members. Over the last 70 years, the European Union has evolved and developed. For example, this 9th of May, we also celebrate 10 years of European diplomacy through the European External Action Service. The effect of the European External Action Service in terms of coherence and efficient communication are visible also here in Nigeria, for example, through the activities of Team Europe. So, let's celebrate the long way we have come together and look forward in confidence to the road ahead. Happy Europe Day!
Happy Europe Day 2021 and congratulations to 10 years of EU diplomacy. 71 years ago, the Schuman Declaration was the starting point of the European Union. Today, the EU citizens enjoy the 4 freedoms of movement of goods, services, persons and capital, and thus we feel being part of something bigger. As diplomats, we are in a great team with our colleagues of the European Union. Together we combine both national and institutional knowledge to achieve our common goals, as here in Nigeria.
On the occasion of Europe Day, I'd like to wish all those celebrating in Nigeria, in Poland, and in all the member states across the continent, unity and peace, and the ability to work together to overcome new challenges brought about by the pandemic. This memorable day should inspire us to make every effort to achieve common goals, respect one another, and uphold values that all Europeans stand for.
It gives me great pleasure to address you all in celebrating together European Union Day. And we are also celebrating the 10 years European External Action Service, which gives me a renovated pleasure because it was created by a treaty that bears the name of my city, the Treaty of Lisbon. We have, in the first semester of 2021, Portugal has the presidency of the Council of the European Union. And one of the main priorities is social Europe. So it makes me renovated pleasure once again to congratulate not just the countries, the 27 member countries, and the institutions of the European Union, but all and each of the citizens of the countries of the European Union, because the European Union is for the citizens. So let me finish by just stressing another point of the Portuguese presidency program is the renewed or deepened partnership with Africa, which was all a priority in the programs of all the 4 Portuguese presidencies. So I'm very happy that we have as an anthem a theme by a great German composer, and it reflects what Europe should be, ode to joy. So long live Europe.
This year we celebrate 10 years of European diplomatic service, and we are very happy that we are together with the EU and we enjoy it. We are very proud of the service that represents the European Union and its values worldwide. It is very impressive what we are able to achieve during the last 10 years together. Anyhow, there is still a lot to do, and we all have to work hard to make our European Union stronger and more successful. Especially in these exceptional and difficult times, we must fight for our prosperity and peace. I do hope that the European Union delegation and its member states representations in Abuja could contribute to friendly relations and further development with Nigeria. I am convinced that together we can do it. Therefore, I wish good luck to all of us in achieving these goals.
Dear colleagues and Nigerian friends, as we celebrate the European Day, 9th of May, the Embassy of Finland congratulates EU and the EU delegation here in Abuja for 10 years of EU diplomacy and foreign policy. It is my opinion that the EU member states present here in Nigeria have enjoyed well-organized Team Europe collaboration, and we can see it in practice how we can be stronger together. Special thanks to the EU delegation and the head of the delegation, Ketil Carlsen, for facilitating such an important teamwork with us. Happy Europe Day for everybody.
On the occasion of this year's Europe Day, I am happy to join colleagues, ambassadors and heads of missions from other European countries to celebrate the spirit of Team Europe. Over the years, we in the European Union have joined forces with Nigeria in the areas such as peace and security, climate change and environment, gender equality, education and social inclusion, and sustainable economic growth. Sweden remains a strong partner with Nigeria, cooperating within Team Europe in these fields. Again, my warmest congratulations to the European Union on this day. Happy Europe Day.
So as you can tell, Team Europe is the very essence of our partnership with Nigeria and covering such vast areas of collaboration. Nigeria really matters, and what is good for Nigeria is good for the EU as well.
Capital Territory for a message, a goodwill message to the European Union. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the head of EU delegation, Mr. Ketil Carlsen, Your Excellency, the representative of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Right Honorable Yusuf Buba-Yakub, the various ambassadors of the EU member states. I bring you good tidings from the Honorable Minister, Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, who will have been here in person but for some other national assignments. He is currently at a function receiving a visiting head of government to Nigeria. Delivering his speech on his behalf, I will read what he has asked me to speak to you as a mark of goodwill and his appreciation of this event. I consider it an honor indeed to be invited to deliver a message of goodwill at this event being held in commemoration of the 2021 Europe Day and the celebration of 10 years of EU diplomacy. On behalf of the FCT administration and the residents of the FCT, I hereby congratulate the European Union for the celebration of this annual event, which is intended to foster unity, peace, and cooperation among member nations. It is heartwarming to know that for over 70 years, the EU has reiterated the importance of these principles with this yearly commemoration. Like the EU, the Federal Capital Territory was also founded on the principles of peace and progress of a united, indivisible Nigeria. We're therefore quite delighted to note that we share a similar heritage with the European Union, in that both were created to foster a common bond between peoples of differing backgrounds. We are therefore always ready to collaborate, as we have always done, and partner with the EU for the promotion of these ideals, which we believe are the panacea for the peaceful growth and development of both the European Union and Nigeria. Once more, I congratulate the EU for the celebration of Europe Day 2021 in spite of the pandemic, and wish you all a very memorable celebration. I thank you for your valued attention, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Olushade Adeshola. Thank you, the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Capital Territory. It's time for our family photograph. It's time to call on stage Team Europe, and these are all EU heads of mission to Nigeria. Please come on stage. We need to carry this out. For a family photo. I don't know, how do we do that? Somebody needs to take it. Yeah, we need to take it. While that is going on, relax and enjoy the evening. There's buffet on your left, on my left, and there are drinks on my right. Please feel free and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Guitar boy, guitar boy. If you see Papi with you see Papi with
I want to see gates at the background. Is it possible? Eh? Abuja Gate. Please put that on the background. The night one, yes.
If you take Papi with you take Papi
Without my
sweet et tu canon père de Romi, Jomi, et de faire l'enfer de Romi, Jomi, j'ai peur pour pas perdre Romi, Jomi, Joro, et de faire l'enfer de Romi, Jomi, Joro.
Lamar teran da kana boko haram nan da leda bulan da zuwa warza karamiya ne ce da ya ni zai ce da alhamdulillah ya ce da Allah san me kuri bidira de yoro da ke de da iyuna ini sepai ida wa goda leda kida ku ya wura sakare sanya da wura sakare nan amikura banai karamiyaniya amikura banai dai gapsinan wiyayu ke fike wura da ya waltike amikura waltike banai
lokacin da Boko Haram suka kai mana hari a can gari. Muka sha wahala dai da kafa muka zo har Maiduguri. Mun kai kusan sati 3 a hanya. Ba na yin wata sana'a ko wata siyar da sayarwa ba abin da muke yi. Shekaran da ya wuce sai 'yan EU suka zo suka ɗauke mu trainer suka je suka koya mana ɗinki na wata 3.
Mun taso ne daga Goza. Daga Goza kuma muka yi gudun hijira muka dawo Maiduguri. Lokacin da muka zo Maiduguri ba mu da inda za mu zauna sai muka zo gidan 'yar uwarmu. Sai na samu labarin EU suna yin training a cikin agency. Shi ne nace to bari in zo in je koya. Sai na je na koyi takalmi da jaka.
Abin da ya sa muka zo nan garin dalilin Boko Haram ne suka zo suka shiga garinmu. Muka gudu muka fita muka je abin nan Faransa protocol. Muka shiga muka yi a protocol wata 4 tukun muka zo nan garin. Kungiyar EU suka dauke mu suka kai mu training suka koyar mana uniform suka ba mu keken dinki da certificate da kudin mota suka ba mu.
I really love renewable energy since on my undergraduate studies. That is why when I'm through with my undergraduate studies, I applied for Masters in Renewable Energy because I really love the aspect. EU have made an impact, a great impact in my life, even though I have a little knowledge about the renewable energy. But with the help of EU, this scholarship that they give to us helped me to know the practical aspect, the deep insight of the practical aspect of my renewable energy. I'm really grateful to EU for that because I'm now a certified supervisor in solar installation. With this knowledge,
in 2014, May 15, my dad has been kidnapped in Maiduguri, and up to date, we haven't know where they are. And I am a family of 4 girls, and I'm the eldest in the house. I was in University of Maiduguri, so due to the hardship, I have to drop my education and come back so that I can take care of the family. In the midst of this struggle, I was selected by EU to learn automobile, that is panel beating and painting. I take care of my family, send them back to school. If EU have not helped me with this skill, I could have continued with my petty businesses, which is not sufficient for me and the family.
Ina so in karanta likita saboda in tallafa wa 'yan uwana mata. To kuma bamu da halin, iyayena ba su da halin biyan saboda karatun likita yana da tsada. Mahaifina ne ya zo ya sanar da ni akan EU tana ba da tallafi na sana'o'i. To da muka je mu gurin interview din sai Allah ya taimake mu na samu. To a ciki an lissafo mana har da saƙa. Ni kuma ina son gani ma na koyi saƙan nan. A gaskiya ba dan EU ta taimaka mana ta ba mu tallafi na koyon sana'an nan ba da har yanzu ina gida babu abin da nake yi.
Shekaru 2 da suka wuce akwai 'yan uwana sun zo daga Maiduguri. Da suka zo suna saƙar hula. Shi ni ma yana ji sha'awar na koya. Da na ji sha'awar na koya yayi muka je muka yanko melti sai na fara yi. Da na fara yi sai suka koma Maiduguri. Da suka koma Maiduguri sai na rasa wanda zai koya min. Sai na ajiye shi sai na daina yin sa. Sai na koma zuwa makaranta na yanda na saba yi. Mahaifina ya samu labarin EU suna ɗaukan wanda za su koya musu sana'a. To daga ciki dai sai ya faɗa min sai ya ce min in je ni za a yi interview. Muka je mu aka yi interview sai Allah ya sa ina daga cikin wanda za su ɗauka koyar hula. Idan dai na je makaranta na dawo sai na wuce na je ni gurin koyan.
Na Maryam Muhammad Ilyasu, shekara na 12.
Ina tafiya makaranta, ina ɗaukan minti 40 kafin in isa. So in na girma ina so in zama lauya don saboda ina so in taimaki wanda ake cin zarafinsu. Duk da kwanan nan na shigo, na ɗan koyi abu da ɗan yawa. Don saboda da ban iya turanci sosai ba, amma shiga da makarantar nan ne yanzu na koyi turanci. Ana mana English, ana mana agriculture, ana mana basic study. Yanzu mathematics ne na iya shi sosai. Duk a inda ake lissafi in ba daidai ba ne ina gyara musu. Sannan kuma in lissafi ta kama ba sai na yi da waya ba, da kwakwalwa ma ina yin lissafi.
Sunana Mamman Idris. Kungiya EU sun taimaka sun bani shanu, ina jujjuyawa, na kiwata, na sai da shi, na bude shago, ina sayarwa. Yanzu ina sanan sai da shago a nan garinmu, ina taya su da murna ranansu.
Sunana Fatima, da muna wani gari ne kuma ina ɗinkin pola. Sai da muka yi gudun hijira muka dawo na 'yan ƙungiyar suka zo suka raba mana akuyoyi guda 4, amma a yanzu gashi na sun aifu na samu 'ya'ya guda 8 kuma ina da burin in saida su in siya keken ɗinki, zan fara ɗinkin keke na mata.
Kuma Alhaji Fura su yi iwe ya oktude suno tajira bu para men kara isa ndia bana za ndero dalwa ce da rashin kala kala kai lade ishe saya bari shilan saya da di hari she ko bara scrolle kalele da iwe kala da dai imbe murna da saya kalele bana yana ala sandia bana
Uma sun ya bintu bula ma bi so kungiya iyo rasu na lokta ne nguma tilande nan den ba ande abo faransa ande azuza hangan de zati shana nan den ba de kungiya iwe ande ro kakkadi tono ga kakkadi tinela kay ande ro ya de usunga kay ande ro ya de tinela kakalikin do kay ande zar fandike zawai goko kakalikin do kaji goko.
My name is Chioma Agwebo. I am a young Nigerian, and it's been my privilege to have worked with the European Union on a number of things, especially on sexual and gender-based violence.
I'm Fatima Muhammad Bamami from Yobe State, Nigeria. I was a PLAC intern 2020.
Hi, my name is Evolua Ajobewe. I'm a Nigerian and an Erasmus Mundus scholar.
Hello, I'm Corinja Regina. I'm a lawyer and a content writer. I was a beneficiary of the Legislative Internship 2020, carried out by PLAC, sponsored by the EU.
My name is Aimaluhio Jamian, and I am a creative writer, a storyteller, and a filmmaker. I am also a student of the University of Abuja and a recipient of the European Union Award for the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence short film contest that took place in 2021.
My name is Miss Sarah Danso Monday, and I'm Marjorie child rights advocate, women and human rights defender.
Hello, my name is Stephen Adavize Unimisi. I'm a legal practitioner and a humanitarian lawyer. I was part of the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center's Legislative Internship Program of 2020.
My name is Deborah from Nigeria. I am a recipient of the Erasmus Plus Scholarship to study the Masters in International Humanitarian Action here in Europe.
Hello, my name is Gloria Emmanuel from Taraba State. I am a peace development and good governance advocate.
I'm Badmos Iswa Taiwo from Oyo State, Nigeria. I was part of the Legislative Internship Program by Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, with support from European Union.
My name is Abuola Afis Akinla. Well, I was part of the EU training at the Youth for Peace consultation program in 2019.
My name is Uche George Ebe. I'm a legal practitioner from Delta State in Nigeria. In 2020, I participated in the Legislative Internship Program organized by the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center in collaboration with the European Union.
I'm Chinaza Rinzechiku from Nigeria. I'm currently an Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship beneficiary sponsored by the European Union.
Hello, my name is Elzin Zingfa. I'm a legal practitioner from Plateau State, Nigeria, and I was a legislative intern in the Policy and Legal Advocacy legislative internship program for year 2020 that was organized by the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center and supported by the European Union.
I'm Lukman. It was an interesting experience for me to participate in the Youth Consultation for Peace in Africa. This experience has been beneficial for myself and my team, both on our monitoring and evaluation projects, as well as our program, as well as our programs. We have been able to track. We have also been able to carry out events that have been impactful within the country, Nigeria, as well as other parts of the continent. This event was sponsored by the GIZ, which is largely affiliated with the EU.
In the world today, not many education programs have benefited students like the European Union's Erasmus Mundus program. Upon realization of the Erasmus Plus reputation, I decided to join this train to see new horizons and sharpen my skills in agriculture and plant pathology on an international level.
EU through PLAC has helped me publish my article, which has helped me pursue my career more.
The program gave me the opportunity to meet with other youth organizations in West Africa. So that networking has actually helped what we do in our organization. So the collaboration and the likes like that. So, and it has also built the capacity of myself and some of the members of my organization.
Due to my passion in supporting the Almajiri children in northern part of Nigeria, I was opportune to participate in the ECOWAS Peace, Security, Architecture and Operation project, which is funded by the European Union, which cut across bringing a lot of advocates from across the West African region coming together to deliberate on best practices.
I was able to gain wonderful experience during my internship because I gained knowledge on legislative processes and practices as a quality education and health advocate. And also I was able to hone my interpersonal skill as a cohort leader leading other 37 interns.
I'm studying Master of Science in Food Identity. I would like to say that if not for the peace and unity that exists within Europe and her Commission and her goals to extend great educational projects to different countries, including Nigeria, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to study in a very prestigious environment like this.
The EU to me is an ideal of global peace, opportunity, strengthening democratic value and promoting the inclusion of young persons in governance. One of the opportunities the EU has offered, which I benefited from, was funding the legislative internship program organized by the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC. Through this program, I was able to learn the legislative processes and practices of the Nigerian legislature.
Through this program and with the support of the European Union, I was able to learn a lot about legislative practice and processes. This program opened me to policy and governance in Nigeria. And I can say that as a result of this program, I am proud to face my fears regarding politics and the acts of governance in Nigeria.
The EU support in Nigeria has been very immense. The EU has been supporting all the 6 geopolitical zones, and particularly it's done immensely well in terms of addressing the humanitarian needs in the northeast Nigeria. Without the EU, I guess more than 2 million people would have actually been without food. And aside from the peace building support also being done in terms of fostering sustainable peace and healing for the affected communities by the Boko Haram insurgency itself. So I think they are one of our most important partners, and Nigerians in general do appreciate the EU. Happy Europe Day.
As a former EU VP fellow, it's privileged to be that. It is my sincerest wish that the European Union continues to flourish. I wish it strength, grace, and the capacity to continue to deal favorably with countries on the continent and beyond.
I'm wishing the European Union a very happy anniversary and cheers to many more years of peace and unity.
I wish to congratulate the EU on European Day celebration and 10 years of EU diplomacy. Thank you.
The EU is definitely setting the pace, and I wish everyone a happy Europe Day.
We wish EU happy celebration And thank you for being supportive to Nigerian youth. Thank you for being supportive to Conflict Free Nation.
A kú oríire EU lórí àjọ̀dún ọjọ́ European.
Congratulations EU on European Day.
Happy Europe Day. Hi, it's Europe Day, and I want to say Happy Europe Day to the European Union.
Happy Europe Day.
So I want to use this medium to wish the EU a congratulations on Europe Day celebration and 10 years of EU diplomacy.
I'd like to use this medium to wish the EU a Happy Europe Day.
I want to congratulate the EU on Europe Day celebrations and 10 years of EU diplomacy. Thank you, European Union, for supporting Nigerian youth.
Happy Europe Day!
The European Union has been in the front burner of public discourse in Nigeria since announcing with President Buhari the support for Nigeria's COVID-19 response.
I'm indeed touched and grateful that the European Union still has the vision and foresight to remember its friends, partners, and allies across the world. The recent launch of the Team Europe package to support countries in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic and its consequences is commendable. This intervention, which is a collaboration between the European Union, its member states, and financial institutions such as the European Investment Bank and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, will go a long way in ensuring the impact of this pandemic is controlled and contained.
The message spread throughout Nigeria via all major TV stations, radio, digital media, and made the front page of the main newspapers.
Now, we are very pleased today to announce that the European Union will provide 50 million euros in addition to the 1.2 million euros already provided, equivalent to some 21 billion naira, channeled through the UN COVID-19 Basket Fund. By far the largest single grant contribution that we are aware of to the response in Nigeria, and it is certainly the largest support that the EU is providing. Now more than ever, we want to show solidarity with our partners.
Togetherness is a core value of the European Union. This is what Team Europe is all about. This togetherness was in demonstration as member states of the European Union in Nigeria came together in solidarity with the European Union delegation, when the delegation distributed food items to some 2,200 vulnerable households in and around Abuja, as well as hand-washing equipment to their communities.
So it's very good to be here in Kalamatiri today, where we are starting the distribution of 2,200 food packages. So we will hand them over now to the emir of this community for them to provide it to those most in need.
The beneficiaries included people with disabilities, female heads of households and widows, as well as families most impacted by the lockdown. Beneficiaries expressed gratitude to the European Union for focusing on the most vulnerable groups who bear the brunt whenever the economies are dislocated.
Nobody give me anything, but God use us, give me all the food. God bless you. Thank you.
I thank God though for what you people has done to me. Since all this while, where this virus disease did, nobody give us anything. I appreciate.
We are very appreciative to European Union for being fit to count us among the people to be given palliative.
What we are seeing and witnessing here is the delivery of essential equipment and test kits. I wish to thank the member states of the European Union. All 27 of them and the 19 present here in Nigeria are all part of the Team Europe effort. I thank you all. Today, the launch of the National Register for Sexual Offenders is coinciding with another 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And I think by combining those two launches, Nigeria is sending a very powerful message that we will not tolerate having sexual offenders in our communities. A message that our engagement is not only about what we do during those 16 days, but fundamentally what we do every day of the year. Indeed, her story is my story as well. Count on our support, not only today, not only for the next 15 days, but for the next 365 days and the years to come until we have put this matter to rest.
The 2018 campaign on 16 days of activism against gender-based violence in Nigeria has seen an unprecedented success, reaching 22 million people in all corners of the country through a massive social media campaign. In the campaign this year, the European Union, EU member states and other diplomatic missions in Abuja have supported a Nigerian effort led by an impressive number of influencers, a call to action on gender-based violence.
I pledge my support to eliminate all forms of violence against women and girls.
I pledge my support.
We pledge our continued support to end gender-based violence in Nigeria.
We pledge our support.
The 15 days of activism is a period of heightened advocacy within civil society, which lends itself as an opportunity to draw attention to escalating cases of gender-based violence as highlighted.
So we're starting out with a breakfast here at the EU residence with a number of important people, a couple of first ladies, and also the Nobel Prize Peace winner, Madame Bowie, who is here also to give a keynote address later in the morning.
A repository of the identities of those reported or convicted for sexual offenses.
The name and shame policy that is attached to this register is going to deter a lot of people from committing this offense.
I think this national register for sexual offenders will make a real difference.
15 days of activism closed with the commemoration of the International Human Rights Day on the 10th of December 2019. At a panel event held at the EU Courtyard in Abuja, more stakeholders discussed other forms of human rights abuse.
We do 16 days of activism against gender-based violence every year, because it is just not acceptable that 1/3 of all women and girls must suffer from that reality, a reality that has furthermore been accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we, the ambassadors of the European Union in Nigeria, lend our voices and speak up against gender-based violence in all its forms and manifestations. I urge you all to join the global campaign against all forms of gender-based violence. Please pledge your support. Everyone can contribute because her story is our story.
I pledge my support.
The EU-UN Spotlight Initiative brings the issue of sexual and gender-based violence to the highest political level in Nigeria, with President Muhammadu Buhari and high-ranking Nigerian officials responding at an all-inclusive virtual town hall meeting aired live at prime time by national television.
President Muhammadu Buhari was going to address this town hall. Let's just listen in to the message of support that the president has for us tonight.
Stand in solidarity with all the women and men here in Nigeria and around the world that say no to violence against women and children.
Let's now listen to comments from the EU Commissioner for International Partnerships. We'll also hear comments and a special message from the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed. Let's listen in to how they address the town hall tonight.
We need to end this taboo. Let's be really clear. Sexual violence, in any form of violence, is simply violence.
What are some of the core areas for you that you want to focus on?
What we aim at with the Spotlight Initiative is
to put this on top of the political agenda.
Age of 40 when my mom found out that she unveiled to me he wasn't my dad.
Commitments to address these issues were also made by the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum.
Clearly, for my colleagues, I can tell you that this is an issue that every single governor is taking seriously.
The live event, which attracted millions of viewers in Nigeria and beyond, also went viral on social media. The EU and UN continue their partnership with Nigerian leadership to keep gender-based violence on top of the agenda and to ensure implementation of the commitments made.
We are not here to support a particular party, and we are not here to support a particular candidate. Instead, we support the democratic process. And international observer missions are here on the invitation of Nigeria, and they fully respect the principle of non-interference and act in accordance with international codes of conduct. It all translates down to the spirit that what is good for Nigeria is good for the world too. To the presidential candidates present, I wish to stress that your pledge for peace today is vital. Words count, and people will listen to what you say. So by making your words count for the good, what you have said today is that Nigeria is greater than any of us. Please accept my congratulations to all the presidential candidates on this essential adoption of the 2019 National Peace Accord. Thank you very much.
Every time we spend together.
Greetings, students of Nigeria. Good morning. I feel almost young again. So you may ask, why is the European Union actually engaged in this matter on foreign soil, like in Nigeria? And let me say, very straightforward, it is not because we have a preferred candidate. It's not because we are married to any particular political party. It's not either because we want to defend a particular ideology. And it is certainly not because we believe that we have done everything right within European borders and now we have to export things just like they are done in Europe to everywhere else in the world. That is not what it's about. We are still promoting democracy within European borders also. What it is about is simply believing in democracy.
Are you assuring me that you are going to register? That's one. Please, when you register, collect your PVCs. Are you assuring me that you will collect your PVCs? When you collect your PVCs, please, on February 16th next year and March 2nd, make sure that you go and vote. Let me give you an undertaking, let me make a promise that in 2019, your votes will count.
This is why we have supported with more than 100 million euros the democratic institutions, the electoral processes. This is why we are now through the program that is supporting this event today, that we are supporting with 26.5 million euros also the support for youth, for the disabled, for women, for INEC, for the National Assembly, for strengthening the political parties, because that we know that only together it is possible to continue consolidating democracy, continue sending this very powerful message that Nigeria sent at the last elections, that democracy matters.
I think that your voter's card, your PVC, is the most valuable legal tender.
One of the greatest, upon greatest, before greatest, after greatest, and the greatest Nigerian students.